Hi, Marcus. It's Colin. I'm going to run through your questions because what I think is happening is you're probably trying to edit the library asset directly in the page. Now, in Dreamweaver or Expression Web or whatever editor, if it's a Microsoft editor or a Dreamweaver editor, we've used anything that's common to the page. So I'm just going to define the site first. And this is very important for Dreamweaver, defining the site. So I open up Dreamweaver, I go to my site, new site, um, my site, give it a name, click on the browse folder here. You're probably in Dreamweaver 8. You'd have to look under Basic. Oh, sorry, you'd have to go to the Advanced tab, I think. But anyways, what we're going to do, actually, I've already got that name for something. I've got my desktop, and then I have the Renegade down here. Now, here's the most important part. When you click into the folder, we need to click into the website folder. We need to make sure that it says Select Website down here and Select Website up here. It must match, even to the fact of pop into the templates folder and then use the up one level thing to get back out again. So that way it definitely says Select Website and Select Website. Then we hit the Select button and then Save, and it's going to create a cache file. See this? This is where Dreamweaver takes a look at all of its assets and takes a look to see what pages are using those assets. Now, if you haven't worked with assets in Dreamweaver before, it actually has an asset tab with a bunch of different things. We're working with what's called the library assets, and basically they're include pages. So if I go back and I open up my index page, I'm going to preview it in a browser, anything that we would use that is common to all of the pages, let me just put this on pause for a sec here. For example, the menu button, menu buttons, the logo, the tagline, um, the menu side over here, the what's new, the current news, the recent events. Those are things that are global. They're used on all the pages, and they're common. So instead of having to go through each page and update that content individually, you update them through a library asset. Same with any components in the header, right? Because it's actually easier to do within a library page than it is to try and do within the code of the page itself. The zoom menu. So basically, this up here, content in the footer and the copyright, left sidebar, menus, and bits and pieces up top. The easiest way to know, though, is in Dreamweaver, you go to the library folder, you open up the Dreamweaver folder, and all these files in here, those are library files. All right, expand that out, it'll sort of give you a better idea of what, we've tried to name it so it makes sense. So if you want to update the menu top, open that up, flip it over to the design view, the home, catalog, layouts, photos. I'm just going to change this to Collins. I'm going to save, and it's going to say update library items. I hit update. It's going to run through all the pages and check to see which pages use this particular library asset, and then it's going to change the code to reflect the change that I made in the page. Okay, now I can go back to my page, which I already have open in a browser. I can hit refresh, and there it is. Now it's changed to Collins. So that's how you go and so do it. So just to confirm what you would change in here on the index page, the website name and the tagline, library assets. The menu top, the bookmark, and the social icons, all library assets. The time date, that's just a script that runs in the page. All right. The themed object is a library asset. The search is a library asset. The zoom menu, and we have the music player here, and we have the image player right here. Those aren't library assets, or they're components, and I'm going to show you where you would change that real quick in case you'll want to know. So we have the config file here, site flash config, then we have the portfolio XML and the mp3.xml right here. These two files are where you would edit for the index page anyways. Now I'm going to take you on another thing here, and that is back to your instructions page. If we go back to your account and we click on the instructions tab right here, what we're going to do is focus on the primary, the secondary, and the minimized layout tabs, because we have three different layouts in the site, right? We have like I said, the minimized, the primary, the secondary, and most of your pages, the index page is based off the primary. Everything else is pretty much based off the secondary or the minimized. Okay, and to learn more about the different components in there, you would sort of click the secondary layout, for example, it's going to show up a little screenshot over here, and it's going to show you, you can sort of find the instructions for working with the different bits and pieces of that page over here on the left hand side under the different chapters. So this one here, for example, has an image rotator, right? Under chapter 10, the split image rotator. Add an image, change the text, remove it, replace it. This here is the themed object, right? And we just look for the number 11, and then the number 11 over here. We open that up, and it shows you how to change it. And once you learn how to do it for one page, it'll work for all pages. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy that up with that bit of information because I think that's what you may have been missing. But definitely have to define the site properly in Dreamweaver, like I showed you at the beginning of the video, or nothing will update, because that's where Dreamweaver takes a look at all the different assets included in the package. It takes a look at where those assets are embedded into your page, and it makes sure they're all connected up, so when you update an asset, it will update in the page properly.